still feels the same. She's
Yeah.
around, she's around all the time. She's still doing the voiceovers for all of the episodes this season. And, it really feels like, as a fan of the show myself, I've always seen Grey's as like a place no one ever really leaves.
Grey's Anatomy returns to ABC on February 23rd after being on hiatus for the last few months. So, what can fans expect from these upcoming episodes and really the rest of season 19?
Oh, I mean, we left on a cliffhanger with the lightning storm and the house getting hit, which is, such an integral part of the story, such like an awesome set, especially for fans. It's been around since pretty much the first scene of
Yeah,
season one, so that was pretty big. And we've found out that it's going to be um, a new sort of experience with Ellen Pompeo and you know uh, all the new characters and all of that stuff. So we're excited.
absolutely. And you mentioned Ellen Pompeo, and I want to get to that in a second. But for your character, you played Dr. Levi Schmitt, favorite since his rival in season 14. So, what can you tease about Levi's character arc for the rest of the season?
I've loved Levi this season. He's been given a lot more responsibility with the new group of interns, and I think he's overcompensated a little bit. He's getting a
Mhm.
little power hungry, maybe, which is a new interesting side of Levi. And we saw in the last episode with Joe sort of putting him back in his place. So we'll see if he ends up finding his own sort of teaching technique, which I hope he does.
Absolutely. And I remember reading this in a previous interview. You said working on Grey's Anatomy has challenged you the most when it comes to your career in Hollywood. So, what has been the biggest challenge for you while working on Grey's Anatomy?
Oh, I mean, it's one of the biggest television shows in the
Yeah.
world, and it was such a fast-moving train to jump onto. But it has been such an awesome learning experience, and to be surrounded by such an incredible cast has been so rewarding. I bet I was probably talking also about the fact that my character had come out of the closet and I had come out of the closet,
Right.
and sort of dealing with my own queerness alongside of this character. That was one of the super difficult things about being on the show, and one of the most rewarding things too.
And you mentioned, and previously you mentioned Ellen Pompeo, getting ready to leave the show as a series regular. How will it be, or how has it been, without her being on set? How has it been when it comes to dynamics? How's it been? How's it going to be without her not being there on a regular basis?
It still feels the same. She's
Yeah.
around, she's around all the time. She's still doing the voiceovers for all of the episodes this season. And, it really feels like, as a fan of the show myself, I've always seen Grey's as like a place no one ever really leaves. We even saw that back in season 17 when all of these characters we thought had been gone forever came back, via the beach and things like that. So it just feels like you know, goodbye is never really goodbye at Grey
Right.
Sloan. So I think we'll see her. We'll see her pop back in. So definitely still like you know a big family. It doesn't feel like she's gone.
No doubt about that. And over the last few seasons, we've seen your character Levi really grow and develop. He started as an intern, and now he's a resident. So, where do you want to see the character once the series ends?
Oh gosh, I mean, I don't even see an end in sight. So that's so hard to like.
Right.
That's so hard to know. I mean, I would love to see the series go on for a while, maybe to the point where he could become chief. But who knows? That's way off in the future.
That actually leads into my next question. Grey's Anatomy has been on since 2005. Over 400, I think it's 409 episodes have
Yeah.
aired. And do you think it will reach 500 episodes, 600 episodes? Do you think it will reach that mark?
I started the show right around the 300th episode, and I remember the whole crew and cast feeling like that was such a huge milestone. And then we hit the 350th, and we were like, "Oh, this is the last milestone." And then we hit the 400th, so it's like I think we could definitely get to 500 for sure.
I think so too. And one of the things about Grey's Anatomy is it's been consistent over these last nearly 20 years now. So why do you think fans still like the show after all these years?
I mean, I love the show because I've always felt represented by it. I feel like there's so
Hmm.
many different whole well-rounded characters to see yourself in that you can sit down and watch TV and see yourself reflected back, which I think is such an important thing for that medium to do. And Grey's has done it since the beginning, so that's why I love it.
Absolutely. And with a show like this, I'm pretty sure there's been a number of cameo appearances, special guests to appear on the show. Is there anyone that you would like to see to appear on Grey's Anatomy that hasn't been on there before? I guess in terms of like just big name stars or just some of your favorite actors, is there someone in particular that you would like to see come on and work the show?
Oh gosh, there's so many people. I mean, the first person that comes to mind is I've always wanted Kathy Najimy to like be my
Hmm.
relative or something like that, like
Yeah.
my aunt or something like that. Oh gosh, I mean, even just all the guest stars we have, I love working with with everyone who comes through. So, but yeah, for some reason, Kathy Najimy was right in the forefront of my mind. Maybe since
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus.
I love that. Yeah, that would be awesome to see. And along with your work on Grey's Anatomy, you've also done some work on the movie side. You starred in The Thing About Harry, which premiered on Freeform and Hulu about 3 years ago now. How
Yeah.
was that experience like? And would you like to appear in more movies down the road?
Oh, I would love to. And yeah, we're coming right up to the 3 year because it came out around Valentine's Day 3 years
Right.
ago, which is wild. So I'll definitely be watching that on Valentine's Day. I guess this might come out after Valentine's Day, but
Yeah.
um, yeah, I would love to do more movies, especially queer films. There's so
No,
many
yeah.
great queer films coming out right now, and I would love to do some more of that.
Is there anyone or any actors that you would like to work with in particular when it comes to movies?
Oh boy, I love Catherine Hahn. I would love to work with
Mm,
her on something. Um, I I just went and saw one of the Marvel movies, the new Ant-Man. I would love to be in the Marvel universe. That would be
yeah.
cool. Maybe get like a gay superhero up in here. That
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I would love that. And that's very awesome. And one last question for me before I let you go is you're obviously on the rise in Hollywood, and you mentioned you had some groundbreaking moments. So, what goals do you have set for yourself in terms of the rest of your career?
I started shadowing to direct at Gray's, and so I would love to keep doing that, to keep shadowing, to keep learning, maybe do a short film this summer or something like that on my own. Um, I would also love to do a sitcom. I know Grey's is, seen as such a drama, but we have some really funny parts. And
Right.
I grew up loving sitcoms. I was on a Nickelodeon sitcom for a while, and so I would love to do some more sitcom work too.
Would you like to direct episodes of Grey's Anatomy down the road?
Oh, heck yes. Or Station 19 would be so
Hmm.
fun. All the firefighters and yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I love it. Well, Jake, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Congratulations on Grey's Anatomy and continued success to you.